sand. Just relax, holding hand in hand. I think my mind.
Here we are yet again, another Surviving with BP episode. I'm Jake.
I'm Scott.
We will be doing a YGCWL. I'm not exactly sure.
I think you got it
Right?
right.
But a YGCWL. This is an 8-in-1 survival kit for $11.02 after tax and delivery. Not too bad. I thought the price was very reasonable. 8-in-1. It is a little smaller than most of the ones we do, but I thought we'd get back to the bread and butter of this this channel, what made us, and it was these all-in-one survival kits. It feels like these little clips aren't very good though, because one of them wasn't even attached. All right, let's see what we got here.
Ooh, padded.
Ooh, survival blanket, the smallest one. So that's nice.
That's good for,
I guess, for the size of the kit. Right. It's more like a survival throw. This looks like some sort of whistle plus.
what have you?
Yeah, because it looks like it might come apart. We'll worry about that in a minute. Nice little flint and steel setup here. Survival orange.
It's important.
That is important.
Another one of those.
Chain handsaw. Which, I mean, I don't know how much stuff you're really going to be sawing. Okay, I don't think that's right. Oh, I guess you're supposed to turn it to whatever north is?
How do you know where north is?
It's where the thing's pointing. So you're like, that's north right there.
And then just hold it like that?
Well, I mean, you periodically check. I think that's kind of how it's supposed to work. So you point the end right there. Okay, not too bad.
All right.
I mean, it's a little off. I probably shouldn't use my loaded dice for this, but, you know, because they got little magnets inside. It's fine though. Okay, some little Swiss Army knife.
Okay, that
And-
might be the best thing that I've seen. Okay.
Maybe I just, well, I mean, it looks like it's trying to come on. I don't know how well it actually is, though. But, okay. Credit for the attempt. All right, little pair of pliers.
That's pretty
Nothing
handy.
wrong with that. And then it looks like a whole series of other little things. Survival bottle opener, of course.
Tactical.
Tactical bottle. Okay. You really need a saw for this kind of situation. So you don't see a lot of Phillips heads in these things. So, I mean, it's a little tiny one. You wouldn't be able to do much with it.
Fix your glasses
That's true. Take apart your watch.
for some reason.
Yeah. Use the
For
battery to
shits and
start a
giggles.
fire. Okay. Some sort of stainless steel survival card. These seem to be pretty standard fare. I don't know. I feel like every one we open, I like it more and more. They're pretty thick.
Oh, is she thick?
She thick. Nice survival ruler. You can't go anywhere without a survival ruler.
There's your flathead.
There is your flathead. I'd like to see, there's another bottle opener too, a couple different kinds. I guess this one's probably a can opener, right?
Yeah.
And then this is the actual bottle opener.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just a card right here that would tell me everything I want to know,
Nah.
but
In a survival situation, you're not going to look at that.
I wouldn't. It does say can opener, but you're right. I don't even like to read it for the channel, and that's like the whole point. So, if it's directions, I would use it to start a fire. All right, let's get in a little bit deeper, shall we? So it looks like a case. Okay. I'm still wondering how much of this, they got to count the case as part of it. This is a small one.
But it's 8-piece, right?
It was 8-piece. We can keep track as we go. Survival card. 11-1, even though I feel like that might be a little generous. One of them's a lanyard hole or key ring. They should have counted that one twice.
3 of them are different sets to for nuts.
Survival. I don't know. This is probably the coolest thing we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
The knife looks pretty sharp. It's definitely got a nice point on it. I don't want to mess around with it too much. I do like the pliers. I was complaining about this with that little hatchet hammer thing, where I was saying how much better it would just be as pliers than it would be all that other crap.
Yeah.
And it's a couple kinds of pliers, because these in the middle are more like conventional pliers, needle nose, and then it's got cutters in it built in. And they're not just pinchers, but you can see how they actually overlap each other. The cutters on the inside, which is actually really nice for cutting wire. I use cutters like this at work.
So good for barbed wire?
Probably not. Barbed wire is pretty thick. Barbed wire's got to be a 1/4 of an inch, right? And that's like steel. So probably not, but if you were taking something electronic apart, this would be great. Even the little saw.
Just want to check out this light, see if I can get it to work.
I'm pretty sure the batteries are just dead or something. Maybe there's a little button on the side. Who knows? Emergency blanket. Again, this is more like an emergency throw. Oh, there you go.
There we are.
Not too bad.
No. It just was loose. You had to twist it.
I just probably didn't twist it enough. Feels pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's pretty bright, especially for how small it is.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. You take the blanket out?
No. You wanna just throw it over your shoulders and see how it looks?
No.
We'd have to move the camera and do all that stuff to get it, so and so I was thinking no. When we go do our surviving with BP in the field,
Are we really just going to dump somebody off in the woods?
we'll call it field testing with BP. We'll put together 2 kits. We'll just give them one random one, and then I'll put one together. And then we'll see. Mine will have a gun and a knife and some cash, a little cell phone so you can call for help, a lighter.
Nick's credit card.
Yeah, right. That'd be great. So this looks pretty solid. Again, I'm kind of curious to see how well these actually work. I have a feeling a lot of this rope and stuff too is like starter. You know what I mean? I think I saw a little spark.
Okay.
It's like starter. So you take the rope apart and you unravel it, and then you can use it to actually start a fire.
Like kindling?
Yep.
Okay.
And again, this is just assumptions on my part. But I think a lot of this plastic, even the foam inside the case, would probably be pretty good for it. This is cheap. It's plastic through and through. I don't like any of it. At least some of the other ones have metal and they're like shiny, you know, which seems like to be something that's missing from this. I guess you could technically probably use.
Is it broke?
Where does it look broke?
I don't know. I thought there was a little piece floating around.
It looks like there is something floating around inside of it. Yep, there is. That little white. It just disappeared. It's like a magician's trick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're gonna count the case?
Are you going to count this case?
It's probably that case, is what you probably count.
Or is that is there more than one thing in that whistle? How loud's the whistle? You put your drugs in there.
So the whistle's pretty solid, but it does come with what looks like a watertight, and that's probably why it has this ring. So you can put a nice... It really helped you survive. I haven't slept the whole time.
I haven't eaten in days.
Which you're probably not too far off. That was like the Nazis were doing that close to the end, feeding all their people meth and shit. But you're probably not too far off with something like this. Okay. 8-1. $10, something like that.
I'm going to give it a higher score than it should because of the multi-tool.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. 4.5?
I'm going to say 5-1.
Okay. But the thing is, I mean, the compass, I guess while technically it works, I don't know how well it works. I don't like it. It's too chintzy. It's too. It's not even close to point
Yeah,
right.
but here in New Mexico, I could find true north pretty easily,
You just all the moss grows on only on north sides of trees.
which is not true.
It's south side because that's the side that faces the sun. Something like that. Lichens, like the werewolves.
Yeah, it's
4.5. I think that's pretty fair.
5.2.
4.5, $11. I think we're gonna go 4.2. No, I'll give it 4.5. That's fine. The multi-tool really carries this thing.
Yeah,
This is the kind
and
of
the flint and the striker.
Yeah, I do like that safety orange.
That whistle's pretty nice too.
Well, there's a lot here to like. If I was going to get rid of something, realistically, I don't know how well these work. So we're going to assume that they work so far.
We gotta.
But I'm going to say, really, the compass is the only thing I don't like. It's not even close to pointing right.
Well, the blanket wouldn't cover.
Well, like I said, it's more like a shawl than it is a blanket.
It's not gonna keep you warm then.
You can wrap it around your head, keep the
Wrap it
rain off you.
around your face.
Keep the rain off you. Well, I mean, what's 130 by 20? So every 3 is like a foot, right? Every 30 is like a foot. So what would that be? 4 feet by 7 feet? No way, that doesn't seem right. Math is hard. Nobody likes metrics. The metric system. Metranias. I forget how they pronounce it. 4.5.